gracious Heavenly Father, we come thanking you tonight just for all you've done for us, dear Lord, and just bless us during this meeting, dear Lord. Let us use our heads and make wise decisions for everybody. Just keep us safe as we go home after all. We ask this in your name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Yeah. I have Wendell Vandervoort.
I'm happier.
Hey, it's half better than nothing. Laura Wagner.
Present.
Mayor John Krasuski.
Here.
I have Punky Stevenson absent and Marie Anderson.
Here.
I recognize all three guests. Welcome. Okay, new business. Bill number 1358, ordinance 1730. If someone would read that, please, I'd
Yep.
appreciate that.
Bill 1358, ordinance 1730, an ordinance authorizing the city of Mountain View, Missouri to enter into a lease purchase transaction with Central Trust Bank, doing business as Central Bank of the Midwest as lessor, and the Missouri Association of Municipal Utilities as administrator for certain public improvements for the city of Mountain View, Missouri, and authorizing and approving certain actions in connection with the execution and said delivery of said lease purchase transaction. And this would be the first reading. Do I need, like, it's pages long, like, do I need to read more of it?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, guys, they needed this for the financing to go through. Is there any questions? Anybody have a motion?
I make a motion that we accept bill number 1358, ordinance 1730.
Motion by Murray,
I'll second it.
second by Lindo. Have any further discussion? Roll call vote.
Aye.
Aye.
First reading passes.
Second reading of Bill 1358, ordinance 1730, an ordinance authorizing the city of Mountain View, Missouri to enter into a lease purchase transaction with the Central Trust Bank, doing business as Central Bank of the Midwest as lessor, and Missouri Association of Municipal Utilities as administrator for certain public improvements for the city of Mountain View, Missouri, and authorizing and approving certain actions in connection with the execution and delivery of said lease purchase transaction. Second reading.
We have a motion.
I make a motion that we accept bill 1358, ordinance 1730.
Second.
I'll second it.
Second. Any further discussion on the second reading? Linda?
Aye.
Laura?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, council to discuss filling vacancies on the planning and zoning board. We've got nominations that we're trying to get people on there, and we're in I guess you could call it an emergency situation, otherwise we have to start from square one for the zoning board regarding the advertising, et cetera, that we've already done, because we didn't know that we were losing a board member, and all of a sudden we got resignation.
It's already been put in the papers, and there was already a meeting scheduled.
Who left?
Greg Bell.
And I do have one nomination, and he's not here tonight, but it was Carlos Hernandez, who's, I know him as Alex, and he's a good carpenter and electrician too. I mean, he's more electrician than a carpenter, but he's been in the trades since high school, and that's been, probably 9 or 10 years ago.
It's about 10.
Pardon?
It's about 10 now.
About 10 years ago. And he's went to that school at Ozark, OTC, yeah, Ozark Technical Center, whatever. And he's a good guy, and he was willing to sit on the board. That's that's my nomination. If you guys have other nominations, that would be great. Because we could use two, pardon? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Carlos. Yeah. Alex. It's Alex.
I do think that we also need to broadcast it out to have extra members. That's why for years we had it set to where there was 9 members on that board. So if we have this set for now, it's at 7, and have 2 alternates that even show up and participate, that'll be great. But we definitely need to boost that. That is one of the most important boards that we have. A lot of the functions that happen for anybody coming in has to go through that particular board by statute. So it's not something that just because of us, it is done by rule of law. So
And do we need to do something to change that, to add those people to make it 7 and 2?
You can have extra, right? It's just the state
Yes.
statute is the minimum 7.
Yeah, which I think is what our ordinance is, because it had been dropped to 5, and we bumped it back up to 7 to match.
So we have to,
Two alternatives.
or eventually do something, have you write up something where we can make that in effect.
I think they can have more on
Yeah.
there than
just
7.
add
Right,
it.
They
it just
have
has
to
a
maintain
minimum
7.
of 7.
Minimum of 7.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
yeah,
okay, so it already says it was minimum 7, so we
I
can have whether we want.
believe so.
I think we just changed that because the
Yeah.
state statute changed.
The other thing about this, or any of our boards, is they don't have to be a City of Mountain View resident. And it's a way of business members and other people that are in our community that aren't in the city limits can participate as far as for any actions up here. And that's one of the big ones that I get a lot of. Well, I have a business here, but I don't live in the city limits.
Don't have a say so.
Right.
So what do we need for any further action on this?
If you guys are wanting to appoint someone tonight, I believe you just vote to appoint them to the board.
You need a motion first?
Yes.
Yes, I think you would make a
To
motion
accept that.
to appoint that person and then do your vote to do so.
Okay, I'll wait that motion.
Name? It's Alex is what I know him as.
Carlos.
Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos Hernandez, alias Alex. Also known as, yeah, AKA.
I'll make the motion to appoint Carlos Hernandez to the Planning and Zoning Board.
Do we
I'll
have
second.
second? Any further discussion? And roll call vote.
Aye.
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 So be it. And last, Bill 1359, Ordinance 1731, amending Fire Department, Chapter 70, Code of the City of Mount View.
All right, this is Bill 1359, Ordinance 1731, an ordinance amending the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View. Whereas the City Council has determined that there is a need to amend the City Code of Ordinances for the City of Mountain View, Missouri. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen for the City of Mountain View, Missouri, the Chapter 70 Fire Department and the City Code of Ordinances be amended by altering 70.120 charges to non-members and adding 70.130 motor vehicle accident response fee to read as follows. Chapter 70 Fire Department, 70.120 charges to non-members. Responses to rural fires of non-members will be billed to the party responsible for starting the fire. Should such party not be determined, the occupant of the property will then be billed. Should neither the party responsible for starting the fire nor the property occupant be determined, the property owner will then be held accountable for payment of the charges. The charge will be $500 with payment due within 30 days from the date of mailing the statement. Number 70.130, motor vehicle accident response fee. Responses to motor vehicle accidents will be billed to the party responsible for causing the accident, as determined by the official accident report. Should such responsibility be determined to be shared by multiple parties, that all parties deemed responsible shall be considered joint and severally liable and will be billed the full amount of the response fee. Should any party responsible for the accident be undetermined, the vehicle owner will then be held accountable for payment of the charges. The charge will be $300 with payment due within 30 days from the date of mailing the statement. This is the first reading.
motion?
Make a motion that we accept Bill 1359, ordinance 1731 as read.
And a second.
And I'll second it.
Second, and discussion. Just in case that we have the old one in front of us, you guys don't in the audience. And the old one just needed a little updating. That's all it was legality. And so we're doing it legally to make sure everything's updated as we go through the files, find older ordinances that don't apply or need the updating so that it holds up in court if we ever have a problem or something. Makes our attorney have a lot easier time.
Didn't Mason say something about, he had called today or something about this will let us collect those fees easier?
Yes, some of the insurances, as we're sending billing for accidents and fires, are requiring a copy of the ordinance. And so as we pulled the actual ordinance, we could see that it just had been done years ago, and we just needed to make it a little more black and white. So we aren't raising any prices, anything like that. It's just making it a little less gray and more black and white for them to have a copy. Nothing's changing as far as billing.
Making it conform more.
Yeah.
So,
No price changes.
okay, roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Okay, do we need second reading on that probably?
Yes,
Johnny?
for billing. So
Okay.
second reading of bill number 1359, ordinance 1731, an ordinance amending the city code of ordinances for the city of Mountain View, Missouri. Chapter 70, Fire Department, 70.10, charges to non-members. Responses to rural fire of non-members will be billed to the party responsible for starting the fire. Should such party not be determined, the occupant of the party will then be billed. Should neither the party responsible for starting the fire nor the property occupant be determined, the property owner will be then held accountable for payment of the charges. The charge will be $500 with payment due within 30 days from the date of the mailing statement. 70.130, motor vehicle accident response fee. Responses to motor vehicle accidents will be billed to the party responsible for causing the accident as determined by the official accident report. Should such responsibility be determined to be shared by multiple parties, then all parties deemed responsible shall be considered joint and severally liable and will all be billed the full amount for the response fee. Should any party responsible for the accident be undetermined, the vehicle owner will then be held accountable for payment of the charges. The charge will be $300 with payment due within 30 days from the date of mailing the statement. This is second reading.
And we have a motion.
I make a motion we accept Bill number 1359, ordinance 1731 as read.
And second,
I'll second that.
any further discussion? Linda?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. And unless anyone has any problem with what we've had tonight to discuss, we're not going to be discussing anything else in no mayor's minutes because of the emergency meeting. Okay. And looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion. To adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.